Good day, everyone. I think today is the 74 of this Data Analytics Bootcamp for Microbiologists and other health personnel. So, like always, we start by having a brief recap. So, I think I know off my computer. This is what we have discussed yesterday. I think we have discussed group by, having by, top clause, and concatenate function and substring. Then learn left and right. So I think in brief, this is what we have discussed yesterday. So in today's class, uh, we are going to discuss on number one, how to update data. How to update data. Then number two, we'll see how to rename a column. How to rename it. So these are the two things that we are going to discuss today. So under this, how to update column, so this how to update data. In this particular topic or this particular area, there are some few things that I want you to take note on. Number one, which is update clause. Then number two, which is set clause. Then number three, which is where. So whenever you want to update your data, these three things have to come up before you can be able to update your data. Let's take, for example, maybe in your company, you promote one staff and you decide to, okay, since I have promoted this staff, so I have to update or I have to upgrade his salary. Maybe he's collecting 25,000. So later on, maybe you say you want to upgrade his salary from 25,000 to 50,000. So using this update under this particular topic of how to update your data, you'll see how you can update your data or how you can upgrade that particular person's salary from the current salary he's collecting to the new salary, maybe based on his level. So you'll see how to do that using this update. So under this update, you have to take note of these three things: update, set, and where. Then this how to rename a column, we have done alias. But that alias is like a temporary name given to a new column that you have created in your data. That's alias. Then this how to rename a column is how you rename a column permanently. For example, maybe you decide to change this ID column name from ID to what? To staff ID, or from salary to staff's salary, or from department to staff department. So that's what differentiates between this renaming of column and that of using alias to rename a column. Using alias, you are renaming a column temporarily when you insert a new column or when you perform a query that created a new column in your data. So you can use alias to rename it. But this how to rename a column, you are renaming original column that is in your data from its current name to a new name that you want to give to it. So that's what differentiates this, how to rename a column and that of alias. So now let's see how we can update our data. As you can see, this is our data. So for example now, let me hide this in here. So for example, let's take for example now, we want to update, let's say we want to update update the salary of staff, maybe whose ID number is let's just say 15. We want to update his salary. Maybe you have promoted him. Yeah, maybe you have promoted him. Maybe he is in level 8. Then maybe they have promoted him from level 8 maybe to level 9 or level 10. So the current salary definitely will be different from his current salary, that because he's been promoted, so his salary will be different from that former salary. So now let's see how we will do that. So the first thing to write is update command. As I said earlier, update. Okay, so now what are we updating? Yes, what are we updating? We are updating our table. And our table name is what? Bootcamp. This is the first command. Okay, so now, uh, if to say we have said we want to update this table. So after we update, what do we want to put? Okay, so now we want to set what? We want to set salary. So we want to set salary to be what? To be equal to maybe, let's say, 370,000. Yeah, 370,000. Let's first of all check. This is the person with ID number 15 is Mukhtar Shehu, and he's collecting one, two, three, yeah, 235,000. So you want to upgrade his salary from 235,000 to what? To 370,000. So, okay, you said it should update your table. After it update that table, then it should set what? It should set salary to be equal to what? 370,000. Where what? Where ID, where ID is equals to what? Is equals to 50. So now you are done with your command. Don't forget, we are updating staff with ID number 15. His former salary or his current salary is 235,000. Then we are updating his salary to 370,000. So we said it should update bootcamp, which is our table name, so that it will set the salary to 370,000 where ID is equals to 15. So now let's execute this and see. So as we can see, it says what? One row affected. So it means it has updated the table. So we'll just come here. So as we can see, let's come here. Mukhtar Shehu, orthopedics. Before his salary is 235,000. But now his salary is what? Is 370,000. So this is how you update a particular maybe variable in or update a particular row in your table using update, set, and where command in SQL. So now let's try another example. So let's take, for example, now, maybe we want to update his name. Maybe we want to update his name. Okay. So now we'll just come here and say, okay, maybe let's say it should set his full name to be equal to what? Before his name is, or maybe, in Nigeria, there is what they used to do. Now, as they used to say there is no job, they used to only replace. Okay, so maybe they employ you and they want to replace you, maybe with someone that retire. So maybe they want to update you with his, maybe in the database, they want to update your name, or they want to put your name, and or they want to replace your name with that person name that retire. So what you just do, okay, maybe you just say set full name to be equal to maybe your particular name. Maybe let's say my name is let's say Adiyu Muhammad. Okay, so now we are saying it should update his full name to be what? Aliyu Muhammad. Maybe he is the new employee, or maybe he's the new staff that has been employed. So let's just highlight it. Let's just execute it and see. As you can see, the name is Mukhtar Shehu. So now let's update it. It says one row affected. So we'll just come here. No, we'll just select this. So as we can see now, staff with ID number 15 has turned to what? Aliyu Muhammad instead of Mukhtar Shehu. You can change his department. You can do whatever you want to do using while updating this. So now let's take, for example, Maybe let's say, for example, we want to update salary of people from pharmacy department. Maybe you want to update their salary. Maybe you just decide to say, okay, I want all their salary to be the same. Maybe all those people from pharmacy department, I want their salary to be 150,000. So now we'll just say, after this, let's just write another command. We'll just say update bootcamp, then set what? Set department, no, set salary to be equal to what? 150,000. Then where what? Where department is equals to pharmacy. Now, let's execute this and see. This, it says was 3 rows affected. Maybe you have only 3 people from pharmacy, from the departmental column. Maybe you have only 3 people from pharmacy department. So let's just execute this and see. Or let's just select, let's just say select, yeah, let's just say select all from bootcamp. Let's say where department is equals to, sorry, is equals to pharmacy. So now let's just execute it and see. So as you can see, these are the 3 people, because it says 3 rows affected. So these are the 3 rows that have been affected. So as you can see now, we have set their salary to be what? Or we have updated their salary to be 150,000. So this is how you apply, or this is how you update a particular row or particular rows in a table using update, set, and where. So this is all about update, how you update your table. So now the next thing is we are going to discuss on how to rename a column permanently, because what we have done earlier, which is using alias, that's AS, is how you rename a column temporarily. That is when you perform analysis, or when you run some queries and it create a new column in your data set, then you will use alias to rename that table, to rename that column. So now let's see how we can rename a table permanently, or how we can rename a column permanently. So in order to rename a column permanently, there is what we call stored procedure. These are stored procedure, normal stored like this, stored procedure. So now this stored procedure, it has already stored all what is in your table, including the headings, name, and the variables that are under each column. So it has stored them. So now we are going to use this stored procedure in order to rename our column, or in order to rename a particular table, or in order to rename a particular column. So now, as we can see now, let's take, for example, we want to rename, let's say, ID. Let's say we want to rename ID. Maybe we want to rename it from ID to staff's ID. So in order to do this, we are going to use what we call execute. So it's just a shortcut of execute. Then we will use what we call SP underscore rename. So this is the stored procedure. Because this stored procedure, it has stored all what you have in your table in its database. So now we are going to tamper with database. So we have to use this SP rename. So we are executing this SP rename. Then we'll put double quotation. So then inside this double quotation, the first thing to put here is what is the name of our table, which is what? Which is bootcamp. Then you write dot. So now, which column do you want to change its name? ID. Okay. So since you want to change this, the name of the column you want to change is ID, right? So maybe you want to change it from let's say staff's ID, staff's underscore ID, then comma. Okay, so now as we can see, we share it to execute. Then under this SP rename, which is the stored procedure, we have our table name, which is bootcamp. Then new name, the new name that we want, which is staff's ID for our column. Then, okay, what was the old name? What is the old name that we wanted to execute, which is ID? So I think, so now let's just highlight this. We can execute. So as we, okay, it says no item by the name, bootcamp. Okay, sorry, I think we are going to use our database, which is health. Let's use our database, which is health. No item by the name of health staff's ID. Sorry, let's highlight our table and see. Yeah, I think here is supposed to be bootcamp. Let's say bootcamp. I think here is supposed to be the old name. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the old name. Then let's here be staff's, yeah, staff's ID. Let's execute it like this and see. Okay, as we can see, it says changing any part of an object name could break script and stored procedure. So it will show you this command. So after it shows this command, it means that your query is successful. You just write execute, then write your stored procedure, which is SP rename, then write your table name with together dot what, dot the old name or the current name of the column, then what, or the current name of the heading of your column, then with the name of the new column that you want to execute. So you just highlight it like this and then execute. So as we can see now, we have what? We have staff's ID instead of what? Staff ID. So now we have changed it permanently. Let's take, for example, now we want to change Control C. Let's say department. So we just come here and write department, maybe to staff's department. So let's just highlight this. So then select this and execute. So as you can see, we have staff's department instead of just department. So this is how you rename a table permanently, not temporarily. That is by using alias. So you can change even the salary, maybe from normal salary to staff's salary. You can change that. Just come here, change this to salary. Then from here to just, or you can just come here and say monthly underscore salary. So just execute.